Hello, everyone. I am Joyce Ann, and I am the Kentucky Dolly Mom. If you are one of my amazing subscribers, welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. And if you would like to become one of my amazing subscribers, please click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified when I make a new video. I want to welcome everyone. And when I say everyone, I mean everyone. Everyone is welcome in my little corner of the world. I want to do a video and apologize since it's been a while since I've done one. And I really do miss you guys. I love every one of you, and I am so sorry it's taken me forever to get back in here. But I want to share my little sweetheart with everyone. And just do a little chit chat and see how everybody's doing. I would love for you to drop a comment in, drop me a little comment and let me know how you've been doing. And I really have missed you all, and I'd love to know if your weather is as crazy where you're at as it is in Kentucky. Because I tell you right now, we are having some really crazy weather. It's like cold at night and wake up in the mornings and you're so cold. But then, of course, by afternoon, we're nice and warm again. But I haven't had this little girl on, I don't think, since I did my blanket reveal with her. She's my newest baby. She was gifted to me by my sweet dear friend, Kat. And I just love her so much. She was brought to life by the amazing Betsy Small over at the Honey Pot Nursery, and she absolutely did a gorgeous job on her. She is just so beautiful. And I've actually named her Summer Raine. And honestly, guys, I thought she was going to be the last baby. I really did. But I do have a new baby coming. And I will do a box opening when I get that baby, and I'll just leave it at that. Really thought I was done, guys, but I don't know how I can be. Like I said, I've been an artist for over 17 years, never considered myself a collector. I made my baby DJ 17 years ago, and he was the only baby I've had forever. He's here and will always be here. But I never thought I would have one. Just, when you're an artist and you make so many, it's like, oh, I can't part with this, I can't part with this. So you gotta basically, just tell yourself, you can't keep them all. So don't keep any. That's the way, that was my viewpoint anyway. But then, I guess about 10 years later, I was like, you know what? I just want 2 babies. I want 2 babies to keep for myself, and a boy and a girl. Didn't work out that way. I've got 8, and number 9's on the way. So, no, actually, I've got 7 and number 8's on the way because, I'm doing Mel from Melamore's little method. She said if you think you're wanting to part with one of your babies, box it up and put it away. If you just keep thinking about that baby and you just got to go get that baby, then you're not ready to part with it. But if you can pack it up, put it away, and not even give it a thought, you're ready to part with it. So that's what I've done. I've put my little Noah James. I've put him in a box. I'm thinking of parting with him. And so far, I haven't even given it a thought to take him out. But again, I have so many babies that it does. It kind of overwhelms me a little bit. Just trying to figure out who I'm going to do on the videos, what baby I want to play with today, hold, whatever. So yeah, I'm just, I'm wanting to stop. I'm wanting to stop at some point, and I'm thinking eventually I'll get there. Um, this, of course, like I said, is my little summer Raine, and I named her Summer Raine because it brings back childhood memories. When I was a little girl, every time it would pour down rain in the summertime, I would run and grab the bottle of shampoo, and I'd go outside and I'd wash my hair in the rain. And I just loved the summer rain. I loved being out and playing in it. 9 out of 10 times I'd have to go in the house and finish rinsing my hair. I'd have to do it with the water hose because it would stop raining before I got all the soap out of my hair. But I loved it. I loved it. So I thought, I don't know why, but I was sitting there holding her, trying to come up with a name for her, and Summer Rain just popped in my head. So I said, there you go. There you go. She has got a beautiful little pacifier that came with her. It's a little purple pacifier with a little kitty cat on the front. And this beautiful, beautiful crocheted passy clip was made by my sweet dear sister, Dolly's sister, Sylvana, and that came from Sweden. And she is the first baby that's used this, because I always felt like it was too long for anybody else, and because it is kind of long, but I think it fits her perfectly. So I just love it. It's white crocheted. It's got beautiful little white pearls going down the sides of it with a little purple flower, because my dear friend Sylvana knows me well, and purple is definitely my favorite color, and it has the little purple clip. She's got right now a peach colored onesie on that I think with her complexion just goes beautiful with her beautiful biracial skin tones. She has absolutely got the most gorgeous painted hair. And I have never been a fan of the Levi sculpt. I love Bonnie Brown. She's a sweetheart person, but she's also a very talented artist. And I do love Bonnie Brown. But I just was never a fan of the Levi sculpt. I even had a Levi sculpt that I painted and gave to my friend for her birthday. I just never thought that, and honestly, it's the curled legs. I love her arms. I love her hands. She's got a very sweet, sweet face. But I just never been a fan of those little rolled up, little curled up legs. But I tell you, it works for her. I love this baby so much that it just doesn't even matter that she's got the little curled, rolled up legs, because I love her. I love this little baby so much that I don't mind. I'm going to put this little, let's see, it's a Buster Brown small 0 to 3 months. It's a little onesie, and it's white background, and it's got green and orange and pink flowers all over it. It is, like I said, been very warm during the day, but really cool at night. And right now, I love this complexion. I've been looking for a biracial baby for a very, very long time. And even though I'm an artist, I have to admit I'm not good at ethnic colors. So I've wanted a biracial for a very, very long time. And I finally have her. And now I don't want to put sleepers on. I don't want to put pants on. I don't want to cover her beautiful limbs and her beautiful complexion. I know it won't be too long till we'll be into winter. And I do like to dress my babies weather appropriate, seasonal appropriate. So eventually she will have to go into warm winter clothes. But until I have to, I'm not going to. I'm just not going to. Now this is a small 0 to 3, and it just does fit her. I mean, just barely does fit her. I don't have a lot of clothes. I really thought I had a lot that would fit her. I've got a lot of preemie clothes. She absolutely cannot wear the preemie clothes. So I am going to have to probably get some more clothes for her, because a lot of the clothes I've got are either too small or too big. She's got her little pink bear. If y'all remember, that belonged to Raine, but that pink just goes so beautiful with her little complexion that I'm not gonna take, I gave it to her. I'm gonna put the same little headband on because the flowers, there's a lot of the same color flowers in it. So I'm just gonna put the same little headband back on her. But I tell you, I absolutely love this baby, and I absolutely will never part with her. As I said, she was gifted to me by my dear friend, Kat, which actually Kat had gifted me another baby, and that baby was too big. And so I traded the other baby for this one. So as far as I'm concerned, she's still gifted to me by Kat, because if it wasn't for the gift Kat gave me, I wouldn't have been able to get this one. So, my dear friend Kat, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have my perfect baby. And she is absolutely perfect. If you guys like painted hair, like I said, I've never seen painted hair that gorgeous. That gorgeous. She is just so, so beautiful. Her hair is just absolutely gorgeous. And I may give her a little hair on top, and, for a little combi hair. But I may not. Because look how she curls. She just curls up so cute. I may or may not do that because, like I said, I absolutely love her hair just the way it is. Love her hair just the way it is. And there's her little pink bottle. And the skin tones. Oh, take it from me, from an artist that's messed up a few doing ethnic skin tones. Not as easy as you think. I don't care how good of an artist it is. Ethnic skin tones are different, and I just never could. I never could do it, but I have biracial in my family. No way in the world I'm not going to have at least one biracial in my collection, because I love all babies, and She is my favorite. She truly, truly, well, I got to be quiet now. I don't want anybody else to get their feelings hurt, but I mean, Gabriel, that's what I said. Sometimes it just overwhelms me. And I'd love to know what you all do. You know, I mean, I know there's people out there with 20, 30, 40, 100, 200 babies. Oh, I mean, how? How do you? I mean, it's, I like everybody to be in their own crib. A little OCD in that way. I want them all to be in their own beds. I want them to have their own area for their clothes and their accessories. And of course, you know, you can only put so much stuff in a small bedroom. I do have a nursery that's just for the babies, but it's a very small room, and right now it's basically wall to wall. And I had a rocking chair in here, and I just wanted the extra space. So I took the rocking chair and put it back in my bedroom. And then my son brought me a beautiful rocking chair home one day. And it's just beautiful. It's like a cherry wood. It's got really pretty carving on the top. The bottom seat part of it is cloth with zebras on it. So I said, oh my goodness, there's no place I can put it except for the nursery. And it's actually bigger than the rocking chair I started out with in here. So, again, I had to do some rearranging and put the rocking chair in here, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's really a nice size one. So, very pleased. My son is thoughtful. He brings me things home all the time. He brought me a really nice, it's like a half table, round in the front, but the back is flat so it can go right against the wall. And it's a small table. And then my husband brought me home a small 22-inch, I believe it is, TV for my nursery. So he brought me that home, and the little table that my son gave me and the TV my husband brought me home was the perfect size for the nursery. So, of course, I had to rearrange again to get the little table to where I'm, you know, because I don't want to be tripping over things. I'm very OCD when it comes to everything has a place and everything in its place. So, I had to, you know, every time I get something new or something different, the whole room has to be redone. But I do want to touch on a little topic that is very touchy topic. As I said in the beginning of my video, everybody's welcome. Everybody is welcome. I don't care if you collect rocks. You're welcome here in my little corner of the world, because we love everybody. We do not discriminate. We do not judge. Whatever makes your life happy and enjoyable, I would love for you to come to my little corner of the world and share with me. But there are, you know, it's still a very touchy subject. People buying I like to call them replicas. Some people call them fakes. Some people call them knockoffs. Some people call them stolen sculpts, or whatever you call them. I like the term replica. Actually, I see posts in the group where people are saying that a lot of artists are buying the knockoffs, painting them, and selling them for, quite a bit of money. A lot cheaper than an original, authentic reborn, but they're still selling them quite a bit of money. I'm not sure who that is. I really don't. As far as myself, I don't know any artists that are buying and painting knockoffs, unless they're buying it and painting it for their collection. But as far as selling them, I don't know. I know you can go to AliExpress. I know you can go to, I think even Temu. I know Amazon. You can buy the replicas. Some of them are beautiful. Some of them are done very nicely. Some of them aren't. I know people that have bought them from like AliExpress and then stripped them and repainted them. They stripped and repainted very, very well. So that tells me that the quality of the vinyl is good, because I've paid a lot of money for a authentic kit and go to strip it and the hands split, the feet split. Actually, I paid a lot of money for the Pascal sculpt, and I painted the belly plate that came with her, and it split in the oven while I was curing it. So from what I have seen from the replicas, the quality is very good. Now, I do have a replica, and I did get it by accident, I think. But I love her still. You all may have seen the video where I opened up, I got a box opening on a trade for my little Delilah by Nikki Johnson. And I did get 2 Delilah sculpts. And one of them is a replica. I wasn't told that before I made the trade. When I mentioned it to the girl I traded with, she said she didn't know that it was. Kind of hard not to tell, because the head is very much smaller than the authentic Delilah. I do have an authentic Delilah, I think. Honestly, I do believe she is. She looks like it. But the replica Delilah, the lens were the exact same. The exact same. Her head was just smaller. Quite a lot smaller. But when I took her head off and I looked at the flange, guess what it says? Nikki Johnson. So, like I said, you can't tell if it's authentic by looking at the flange, because when you copy the head, the flange, whatever's on that flange is copied as well, unless they don't want it copied and they cover it before they make the mold. So even though it's got the artist on the flange, I know it's a replica, even though I wasn't told it was a replica when I made the trade. I can tell that just by the size of her head. But I still love her. I still love her. And I actually took her lens and gave them to Gabriel, because I didn't care for the twin B lens. I didn't like them 3/4 arms, or the straight arm. I just didn't care for that straight, bone straight arm. So I actually made him a cuddle baby. And then when I got the Delilahs, I gave Gabriel the Delilah, the replica's Delilah lens, which worked perfect for him. And then I put the replica Delilah on a body, cuddle body, that I turned into a 1/4 limb body. I had some silicone limbs that had a little problem with. One of the flanges was ripped. The head was horrible. There was not a lot to do with that, and my plan was is to cut it up because some, I put some inside the babies to make them extra squishy. Haven't actually done anything to her waiting yet at all. Nothing to her. But instead, I cut the hands and feet off and put it on the Delilah head and made the replica Delilah a 1/4 limb cuddle baby. And I love her. I wouldn't part with her basically because she is a replica. Now, if I ever decided to part with her, of course, whoever got her would know that she was a replica. But I don't think so. I've been wanting one for just laying it on my bed. After I make the bed, lay one on the bed, and she serves that purpose just fine. So she's going to stay right there. And the limbs that I put on her has got no paint on them at all. I mean, none. So I have to paint her hands and feet. And her head was shiny. She's got some rooting. It's very, very sparsely rooted. But her face, she's very shiny. So I'm going to revarnish her, get her rematted, and then I'll paint the limbs, and she's going to be just fine laying on my bed. But this little girl, when you all probably first started watching my videos, my to-go-to baby for the videos was always my Jessie Marie, my little partial silicone grumpy sculpt that I still love. But that poor baby's been neglected for quite some time now. Because when I got Gabriel, he was my go-to baby. I just would go get him all the time. Now Gracie, which is the Delilah sculpt, she's my go-to. She was my go-to. And now Delilah, Gracie, Gabriel, and Jessie Marie are so neglected ever since I got this little girl. So now when I just want to grab one up and sit and cuddle and watch TV and sit in my rocking chair and watch TV in the nursery, she's my go-to baby. And I can't help it. I love all my babies, and eventually the newness will wear down to where I can pick up another one and maybe she'll feel like a whole new baby to me. I don't know. But actually, you all know I've been looking for quite some time for some limbs for my Jessie Marie. And I did another trade a while back, and I got the Real Born Cali partial silicone. And I'm doing her limbs, painting her limbs. Bless the artist's heart. Bless the heart of the person that painted this baby. Thankfully, she did not hardly put any paint at all on the limbs. But for some reason, she used a very bright purple for the creases. Thankfully, she missed quite a few creases. Of course, the main creases, which are, like in the arms and in the legs, she got them. And it's almost a purple that looks like a purple fingernail polish. I don't know what they were thinking, and I don't know who painted it. But I've been working on trying to tone and get rid of that purple in the creases, give her some veining and coloring and painting. I've been working on those limbs. And I'm 99% sure they're going to go on Jessie Marie. when I get them finished. And then the limbs that I have on Jessie Marie, which is the Peanut limbs by Angela Lewis, will go on the Callie sculpt once I get that done. But that's the plan anyway. All I've got really left to do now is finish up the creases, and it'll be ready to seal and matte, and then the Callie lens and even her head will be done, because she had very, very little paint on her head. So I was able to give her some veining and coloring, and then I'm going to ring her, and she'll actually be available when I get her finished. But she will be a little oak baby, as I say, because she will have the real born Callie head with the Peanut lens by Angela Lewis. So that's the plan anyway. But I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. I would like to know, I honestly would like to know what you think of the replicas. Because another thing that's kind of a touchy subject, people don't want to they don't want you buying the replicas. I say it's your money, your hobby, your life, live it your way. Nobody's business. But then you've got people that are buying kits that are limited editions, and they're buying anywhere from 15 to 20 kits, hoarding them, putting them up until they're not that easy to find anymore. And then they're tripling the price. Now, as an example, there's a pickle out there. Pickle's going for anywhere from $350 to $800 just for the blank kit. And I think it's ridiculous. I don't believe in doing that. Don't believe in hoarding kits and then price gouging. I just don't. And when that happens, that does push more people into the direction of buying replicas. So, we have to learn, for one, it's nobody's business what we buy. It's nobody's business what we have in our nursery. And if the sculptors, they really don't need to be selling one person 15, 20 kits. I'm sorry, the sculptor has to know. Or the distributor. May not always be the sculptor. Sometimes the distributors are different than the sculptor. And the distributors have to know that somebody's buying 15, 20 of the same kit. They're not doing it to reborn them all. They're just not. They're just not. I'm sorry, but if they say that, I just don't believe that. Even 3. Buy 3. That could be the limit. A lot of people like triplets. I don't have a problem with that. But come on, 15, 20 kits, and I know man's bought that many kits and are selling them for an outrageous price. Yes, there'll be people that will buy them simply because they are a sold out limited edition now. And it's still none of my business. Do it. I don't know. Somebody, the distributor wants to sell a person 15, 20 kits, go for it. I mean, the person wants to buy that many and gouge prices, go for it. It's none of my business. Just don't complain when you're pushing more people into buying replicas. That's my thought. There's a way to try to discourage people from buying replicas in a healthy, respectful way. But when you're going to take these limited editions and you're going to price gouge them, and somebody can buy the same thing on AliExpress for $30, $40, they're going to. They're going to. And when I say $30, $40, they're already painted and rooted. Now, some of them don't look bad. They honestly don't. I've seen some very nice ones. Some don't look too good. Some of them come with wigs. Easy fix. Pull that wig off and root it. Easy fix. Paint looks good. I mean, you know, they also sell them without putting them together. So you're just buying the head and the limbs. Much cheaper. Even with the head and the limbs, you're getting the body, and they're very high quality Ghostwave bodies. That, you know, you're paying $40 for this baby, this doll kit that's already been painted and rooted. You can't hardly get the body for that, you know? So if you don't want people doing that, and you want to discourage people from doing that, maybe, you know, think twice about buying up a bunch of, you know, kits that are limited edition, and then price gouge when it comes time to sell your hoarded kits. Or, you know, and I mean, I know there's artists out there that's worth a lot, you know, a lot of money. I remember when I started painting almost 18 years ago. I had some wonderful, wonderful, very seasoned master artists helping me learn the art. And they said the fairest way you can do it is to add up all of the supplies, including what you think you spent on electricity, curing them in the oven, the hair, all of it. And then double that, and that's what would be a good, fair price to charge for your babies. So it makes you kind of wonder why you can spend $150 on a kit and then want $800, $1,200, $1,500, $2,000 for a silicone baby. They want $6,000 for. Makes you wonder. And honestly, that's still none of my business. I do not have the right to tell an artist what her work is worth, and I would never do that. And that's not at all what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we have to be mindful that the more the authentic hobby costs, especially in this complete crazy inflation that's going on right now in our country, you can't complain when people start looking a little closer at buying the replicas. And like I said, I love all babies. And, you know, if I get the urge to buy a replica, I will. If I get the urge to trade and someone has a replica that I really like and I want to trade whatever I've got for trading, I'll do that. But I'm just saying, we've got to take everyone into consideration. Everybody's working with different budgets. And right now, with the inflation as crazy as it is, people are trying to come up with food on the table. Their needs outweigh their wants. But at the same time, when you're a collector, your want can be a need. So if I can't, you know, pay $500-$600 for a baby, but I can get one for $30 or $40 or whatever on AliExpress or Amazon, then, you know, that's okay too. But I do hope everyone's having a wonderful day. I know I kind of got into a rant a little bit, and I do apologize, but I really would like to know what everybody thinks about this. And And just because you have an opinion on whether someone should or shouldn't buy, uh, that's your right. I mean, we've all got the right to live our life the way we want. Let's just not, you know, judge people. Let's not bully people. Let's not make people feel less than if they do choose. And I do say choose because it's a choice and it's their choice to make to buy replicas. And I love everybody. And I want everybody to be happy. And if, you know, and you do it the way, as long as you're not hurting anyone, and I know they say it hurts the artist, so, you know, that could be looked at it a different, you know, different way there too. We need to remember where the replicas got started, how all that even got started. And I'm not gonna go into that at all. But if you've been in the doll community very long and you've kind of done a little research, you know who actually got China to even think about copying these kids. But that's not a subject I'm going to get into right now because I want everybody to have a wonderful day. I really do hope that everybody's taking this Thursday and enjoying yourself. Like I said, it's been really, really cool getting down into the low to middle 50s here in Kentucky at night and then waking up to like 60, you know, in the mornings. That's pretty cool when, and we've not had a summer. When I say that, I mean over 80 degrees. Probably, if you took all of the hot summer days that we've had and rolled it into one, we've probably had enough to fill a week. And I'm talking anything over, you know, like into the 90s. We've had a couple, you know, and then, you know, we even got one that was above 100, but they didn't last very long. And, you know, we've really had a very mild summer. And I hope that means we're going to have an even milder winter. Because that's something I'm not looking forward to. But that's why I always say I never complain about how hot it is because I know it's not going to last. And it's just not been hot enough for me to even make a statement about this year. So, but I know there are some places that are, my oldest daughter lives in Texas, and she's battling the 100 and 110, 111 temperatures. So, I know some did have a really hot summer, but we wasn't one of them. And it just seems like it's really been a short summer, very short summer. But I'm going to let you all go. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope your life is going well. Everybody's healthy, everybody's safe, and everybody's happy. And let's remember to give God thanks, because if it wasn't for Him, we would not be here in the first place. Let's be nice, let's be kind, let's be supportive to one another. You never know what someone's going through. And the smallest, kindest gesture could just be a smile and a hello to someone. So let's just, make sure we take people into consideration, that we never know what somebody's going through. But I do hope everybody has a blessed day. Thank you from Summer, Raine, and myself for coming by and visiting us in our little corner of the world. I love everybody, and I hope you are having a blessed day. Bye bye for now.